What up, Hangout game? Giving people a little bit of time to come in. All right, and then we'll get started. What's going on, Hangout gang? Happy Sunday to everybody. And we got a packed show for you guys tonight. A bunch of news, and we're going to cover some coins as always in the Twitter news. And I'm your host, Crypto Crane. As always, let's get into it. Well, before we get started, most of you guys that are watching and checking the videos out are not subscribers. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button, that bell notification, so you can get notified of the next video that pops up, and shorts and everything that we do. Also, check that community tab and check out the post that we put here on the community tab throughout the day, throughout the week. Could be some alpha there, could be not, maybe not. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, we got the crypto bubbles. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the crypto bubbles. As you can see, the market is red. We had a little bit of green today, but now it has turned red. Normally, Bitcoin makes a move on Sunday evening, Sunday night, and therefore the rest of the market moves on it, depending which way that it goes. All right. So we have FTT, Doge, CRV, KAS, Mina, all in the red. GRT in the red. The only ones in the green are Tezos, 1.5%, Frax, 0.6%, Bitcoin Cash, 0.1%. And if you go to coin market cap, it reflects that as well. As you can see, Bitcoin is down 0.43%, Ethereum down 0.35%, XRP down 0.2%, BNB down 0.09%, Cardano is up 34%, or 0.34%, or actually it's down 0.31% now. Dogecoin down 0.55%, Solana down 0.67%, Tron down 0.46%, Polygon Matic down 0.39%, Litecoin down 0.22%. And Toncoin down 0.2, or it's up now, 0.02. Bitcoin Cash up 0.10. Wrap Bitcoin is down 0.2. Avalanche is down 0.33. Shiba Inu down 2.4. Stellar is down 3.8. Chainlink is down 5.5. Unis SED Leo is down 1.38. Uniswap is down 4.3. Cosmos down 5.4%. Monero down 0.15%. Ethereum Classic 0.32%. OKB down 0.19%, Filecoin down 0.37%, Internet Computer Protocol (ICP) down 0.49%, Lido down 0.35%, HBAR down 0.45%, Aptos down 0.34%, Arbitrum down 0.51%, CRO down 0.18%, VeChain down 0.77%, Near Protocol down 0.83%, Quant down 0.13%, The Graph down 0.47%, Optimism down 0.98%, MakerDAO down 0.03%, Aave down 0.64%, BitDAO down 0.56%, Algorand down 0.40%, Sand down 0.92%, Stacks down 0.43%, Multiverse X, formerly known as Ego, down 0.47%, EOS down 0.51%, and Theta Network is up 0.25%. And we'll throw in Immutable X and Tezos and Axie. Immutable X down 0.69%, Tezos up 0.13%, and Axie down 0.30%. And that rounds out the top 50 plus 3. Okay. Now, let's go look at the charts. As always, we get into that charting news. So we'll go look at the charts. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing, the Bitcoin dominance chart. And as you can see, the Bitcoin dominance chart still on that little rising, on this rising trend line. It fell below the rising trend line and it's coming back. And that rising trend line is acting as resistance, right? So this is the 4-hour chart. Let's go look at that daily chart. Look at the daily chart. As you can see on the daily chart, it's riding right along that trend line, right? So this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. Look at the hour chart. You see on the hour chart, it's just below the trend line. It's hovering. You have that 21 crossing that 200, bringing that 50 along with it. RSI is still oversold though, so I expect for it to pull back a little bit more. I need the RSI to fall down up under 40 before you see a bounce typically. But with the markets, who knows? They always tend to do something different. All right, 2-hour chart. As you can see, a little rounded bottom right there, cup and handle. So Bitcoin is probably going to make a move to the upside, break up towards this right here, the trend line on the 2-hour chart here pretty soon. Okay, that's the Bitcoin dominance, and the money is going to probably flow into Bitcoin. As you can see right here on this, let's go to the hour chart. This is the Bitcoin hour chart, not the dominance chart, but the actual Bitcoin chart. As you can see, that 21 across that 50 is getting ready to cross that 200 and bring the 50, 80, and the 100 along with it. As you can see right here, we had our buy zones on the Fibonacci retracement. From this run up, what we did was from this, let's see here, from this bottom to this top, we did our Fibonacci retracement and we came up with our buy zones. And as you can see, this was buy zone 1 for DCA, dollar cost averaging. This was buy zone 2 for the DCA, buy zone 3, known as the golden pocket. Actually, this is buy zone 3, and this was buy zone 4, known as the golden pocket, the 0.65 retracement. And it did not even go down that low. As you can see, it came down here to the first buy zone and hovered below it and traded below, just below the first buy zone before it's getting ready to make its move. Right, let's go get the 4-hour chart. You can see it better. 4-hour chart, as you can see right here. That two on the 4-hour chart, you got that 21 crossing the 200 downward, and that 50 crossing the 200 on the depth cross. So yeah, it's probably going to trend more down toward these buy zones, down toward these optimal buy zones here. So as long as Bitcoin is trending sideways, you're going to see the altcoin market pump. If Bitcoin runs up, you're going to see altcoins bleed. If Bitcoin falls down, you'll see them bleed as well. But if Bitcoin consolidates, you'll see the altcoin markets pump to the moon. Okay, so you need sideways action out of Bitcoin for the altcoin markets to pump. Now, my opinion, I feel like Bitcoin is going to fall down towards this 27 range before running back up. You have what's called the Bart Simpson forming, but we shall see. Okay, take a look at the altcoin dominance chart, and you will see that the money should be flowing into Bitcoin, into altcoins. Look at the total altcoin market cap. As you can see, boom, it's showing a bull flag, and it's consolidating and it's going up. As you can see, that 21 across, and you see the price action, the money flowing into the altcoins. Look at that daily. And as you can see on that daily, nice little bull pennant forming. Got a 68% chance this is going to break to the upside. Need a little bit of pullback here on the RSI, and then you'll see a lot more money flowing to the altcoins. So right now, I'll be putting my money into altcoins and not Bitcoin, and preparing for the next leg up of these altcoins before I take out my profits and putting that into Bitcoin. That would be the smart move and the smart play that I would do. Okay, so that is something that I would do right now, the most smart play. As you can see, as we're showing you on this chart, that the coins for the altcoins for the let me see here. So yeah, so the altcoins, as you can see right here, the total market cap, this money is about to flow into it. You have that 21 crossing that 200 right there, and you see right here, you have that little pennant, you have the break downward trend right there, which is a 68% chance that it breaks to the upside, all right? So if it does break to that upside, you're going to see more money coming into the altcoins, and you're going to see a whole lot of altcoins in the green, okay, to take it off running. Right now, there are some altcoins that are primed to run. You have this one right here, like XLM, forming right here, that rounded bottom right there on the daily, forming a cup and handle. As you can see, boom, it is primed to run. So this is one I will be putting my money into tonight, tomorrow, or this week. I expect for it to run sometime in the next couple of days, the next leg up, to break this 19 cents. And when it does break to 19 cents, you won't see resistance until 29 cents. Okay, so they have free range from 19 cents to 29 cents. So this is a play that I am making right here. Not saying that you have to. This is not financial advice, as we are not financial advisors. As always, do your own research and do your own due diligence. Okay, XRP, as you can see, XRP doing the same thing. It is in the buy zones right here. And hold on just a second for me. I got somebody at my door real quick.
Team Ripple's very happy with the decision, and Coinbase is up 25% yesterday.
Alright, y'all, sorry about that, but as you can see, XRP is coming back down to these buy zones right here that we had on the Fibonacci retracement zone, and it's getting ready to bounce. I would wait to right here, 71 cents, 70 cents, in between 69 and 72 cents would be a good buy zone. That would be the second leg of the DCA. That you can see a retracement at any one of these levels, the first buy zone, second buy zone, or the golden pocket here. Alright, so that's XLM that we had, and we had what was the one we did before that? XLM, XRP, And chain link. That's the next one I'm going to look at. Chain link. Now, chain link's doing the same thing. You just broke the trend line. You had this big run up, right? This is the daily. Let's go to that 4-hour chart and take a look. As you can see, that 4-hour chart, you had to break that downward trend line. And those that bought down here on Wednesday, you made 26% profit on this run up right here, right? Now, it's coming back down here to touch this trend line. When it comes back down here to touch this trend line, somewhere around $7.21, $7.11, in between there, that's when I would pull the trigger on that buy, and then looking for it to break this $8.77. If it does break the $8.77, you won't see resistance to $9.51, and that is a major resistance point for Chainlink. As you can see back here, you have a lot of resistance back here from a year ago. So that would be a major resistance point. That would be a point where I would sell. Would put a sell order in. Okay, so that was Chainlink, and then we had what else were we going to look at? We were going to look at Bitcoin Cash. As you can see, Bitcoin Cash had that tremendous run up, and congratulations to those that bought in on the 20th or the 19th, because you made 226% profit on that trade. If you place that trade, congratulations. Now, if you are interested in getting into this crypto right here and placing that trade, it is hit one of the buy zones. It falls down, hit this buy zone here, $218.88. That's the next buy zone. I would pull the trigger here at $250, and I would also pull the trigger at $218, with the final trigger being pulled at $193, looking for that retracement, right? I suspect it will hover right around this ceiling right here, which is $258. It has been a strong ceiling point. As you can see, it broke through, came back as support, and broke down as support, right? Now, Bitcoin Cash runs with Bitcoin, okay? So keep that in mind. Whatever Bitcoin does, Bitcoin Cash is going to do the exact same. So keep that in mind. I will look at one more. Let's see here. Jasmine. Now, we're going to do a video on Jasmine coin. As you can see, it's getting ready to break this trend line. So it is in the buy stage. It's a coin that you definitely want to buy right now. Okay? And it's getting ready to hit that downward trend line, as you can see right here. It's approaching. And a lot of news came out on Twitter today. And I think we might cover it a little bit, but Jasmine is a product of Sony. So this is a coin that you want to do your own research with and see exactly what Sony is going to do with this coin, okay, and how they're going to make it profitable, and why you should have this in your portfolio. All right, so we're going to go to a quick commercial real quick, and then we'll come back into the news and get into the Twitter news, and I'll see you in a minute.
Like, why does SpongeBob have to yell so much? It's because deep down, I'm crazy! Crazy on the inside, crazy on the outside, yelling real loud at work with my mouth wide. Is he gonna snap? Well, yeah, it's about time. I'm gonna tell the truth in this no shout. I'm a maniac. I got brains that remain where my brain be at. I'm insane like a train that can play the tracks. I'm tame like a lame that can play the sax. I'm ready. I'm ready.
We don't care about nobody business. We don't care about nobody Christmas. Walking down the street with a homebody business. Got no bridges, got no riches. My clarinet would get up me with a quickness. She told me she liked all of my fitness. I'm so slick, might as well be the swiftest. Putting on size on all of my chicken.
I just took a bus straight down to rock bottom. Flexing as a bus cause I got rock bottom. Girls shake cheeks in the middle of the street and they jerk like me, and you know that I taught them. Bonds on my feet, yeah, I'm a neat freak. In the winter, in the summer, in the spring and autumn. Look like a geek, but my shoes got a crease. You don't wanna test me, I'm a certified goblin.
Damn, Sponge, that was pretty tough.
Yeah, I know, Squidward. I am the GOAT when it comes to this.
I took you more of a white forces kind of guy.
Yeah, I just got a brand new polo. Leave me alone, found I like to be solo. When I quit this beat, got your boy on Domo. Got me a flow from my throat in the dozo. I don't do jokes, but your boy is a bozo. Flow so dope, folks gotta call a popo. Hustle so hard with my dope, cause I'm so woke. You don't want no smoke, dough like a slowpoke. Oh no, Spun just touchdown. I'm about to run up in my zone like a touchdown. I'm about to hit a whole 6 like a touchdown. Crowd going crazy in the mix when I touchdown. Touchdown, he just got a bust down. I'ma keep blowing and I'm going to the sundown. When I pull up, the whole party got a shutdown. Got some Air Forces from a lady in a touchdown. Don't need a car, I just mob in the neighborhood. Straight mean mugging cause I wish that I hated would. Picking up trash in this pig for the greater good. She'd wanna holler at me cause my paper good. But I'm not interested, so undisciplined. My foe go and they know it's unlimited. Patrick told me that I need to be exhibited. Your boy Sponge go hard every minute hit.
Anyways.
Perfect.
Say perfect.
Perfect.
Say perfect.
Perfect.
Say perfect.
Perfect.
Say perfect.
What?
Say perfect.
Is because it seems as though the judge was saying when you sold
All right. I hope y'all like that commercial. Just a little something fun, you know what I'm saying? Something fun for everybody. So we'll go ahead and get into this Twitter news now, or actually into the news. And we have here XRP. Over 11 million have so far been burned, blockchain data shows. Data from the XRP ledger is showing that since inception, over 11 million XRP tokens have so far been burned. The amount of tokens burned has grown through an inconsistent burn rate that eliminates fractions of XRP following each ledger closure. According to data from XRP Ledger Explorer XRP Scan, a total of 11.04 million XRP tokens have so far been burned through this mechanism. Although its potential impact on the long-term price of XRP has been questioned. So they burned 11 million XRP, and they're talking about burning a lot more. The ones that are in escrow, they're also talking about burning as well. Okay, so that's something that we have to take into account as well for all my XRP holders as well. So if they do burn those XRP, I think it's 1 billion XRP they have in escrow. If they do burn those, that's something that you need to understand as well.
Somewhere between 50 and 80%. So.
All right, so it says the XRP network is designed to diminish the quantity of XRP burned as the asset value grows. Ripple CTO David Schwartz confirmed this in a tweet earlier this month. I don't think that would ever happen for two reasons. One, decreasing supply tends to cause increasing value, with decreases that rate the rate of burn. While it's not easy to change core rules, it's hard to imagine the community not doing so if the system was actually breaking, said David Joel Cat Schwartz. Schwartz says he does not expect the total supply of 100 billion XRP to ever run out. When asked how long it would take to burn it all, he pointed out that the burn rate will change if the value of XRP goes up when the supply goes down. Furthermore, official documentation on the XRP Ledger website reveals that the current burn rate, it would take nearly 70,000 years to obliterate all existing XRP tokens. The documentation also characterizes this burn mechanism as making XRP slightly deflationary. A deflationary asset is one whose supply diminishes over time or is capped. While some maintain that XRP burns will bolster the asset's price, others believe the current burn rate may be insufficient for this purpose. Instead, numerous advocates highlight XRP's utility as a primary factor influencing its price movement.
And I think what the SEC has been trying to
We have U.S. House Republicans introduce crypto oversight bill with changes from June draft. So now they've come up with a whole new bill, a whole new draft, a whole new everything because they, they have to try to control us. They have to try to control everything
Well,
that
you
we
raise
do,
an important point
right?
there
So
about
they
the
didn't
fact that
they
this
didn't
is
like
a globally
some of the things that were in the other bills, and
crypto
so they came up with this whole new
community,
bill, and I
Brad,
don't
while
like
there
it at
was,
all.
You know, given
U.S.
how
House
all this
Republicans
was
introduced
playing
a new
out,
digital assets oversight bill
delisting
on
of
Thursday
XRP
that
on
aims to
platforms in
establish
the
a
US.
regulatory
We saw
framework to
delisting,
protect investors
in
in the crypto
markets like
sector.
Canada as well.
Today's
Can you just
introduction of the
walk us
Financial
through what
Innovation
we're
and
hearing
Technology
about
for the 21st Century
relistings of
Act
XRP
makes a
over the last
significant
24
milestone in the
hours,
House
but
Committees
what
on
the
Agriculture and
conversations
Financial
with
Services
platforms are like
efforts
for you
to
right now?
establish a much-needed regulatory framework that protects
We
consumers and
actually-
investors
those are decisions
and
made by the
fosters
exchange
American
rate.
leadership
John,
in the
first
digital
of all, good to
asset
see you
space,
again.
said Chairman
It's-
Committee Rep.
when
Glenn
the lawsuit was
Thompson from
first
Pennsylvania.
filed, a lot
The
of these
bill,
changes in the
one
United
of
States
several
just said, look,
introduced
we're
in
gonna wait and
recent
see what
years that
happens.
aim
And
to
it's
create
really because of
comprehensive
the
rules for digital
confusion that the
assets
SEC,
come at a
in
time when
my
a
judgment,
perceived
have
lack of regulatory
sowed in
clarity
the
and a
market,
wave
or
of aggressive
increasing
enforcement
confusion in the
actions
market.
are
And
spurring
as part of this
established
lawsuit,
crypto
the
businesses to consider
discovery
leaving the
process we
U.S.
saw is that
and deterring
they
startups
knew
from
there was
forming there.
confusion, and they actually
The
did
crypto
things that
industry
they
wants
knew
clarity, and our
increased
collaborative
confusion.
bill gives both the
And the only reason to do
CFTC
that
and
is
SEC a
because
seat at the
this
table.
confusion actually
Our bill
masquerades as
establishes
power
clear
to the
principles
SEC.
to ensure
But John, as
financial
you pointed
security
out,
and
just
certainty
in
as
the last
digital
24
asset
hours,
developers continue
all
to
of the major
innovate.
U.S. exchanges, whether
Gabriel
it's,
Shapiro,
Bitstamp,
General
Gemini,
Counsel of
Kraken,
DeFi Labs, noted a
Coinbase,
change from the
have
June
either
discussion
relisted
draft
or
that in
publicly
his
announced
view
their
completely
intent
alters
to
the
list XRP
value
because
proposition of the bill
there now
and,
is clarity.
and would
The
reintroduce
clarity is
ambiguity
XRP is not a security as judged by the United
whatever the
States.
word is.
Of course,
To
ironically,
seek-
no other
it seeks to
country
resolve.
on the planet thought
Yeah, I
that
know.
XRP was a
I was
security,
slipping
but
on
it's
that
nice to
word. I
have
can
that
get it out.
clarity now.
Ambiguity, whatever it is, however you say it. On page 10, the revised bill excludes the definition of digital assets, a range of traditional securities such as stocks, bonds, transferable shares, certificates of interest or participation in any profit-sharing agreement, and so on. So it excludes the definition of digital assets, which we just read, everything that we just named, right? As a result, Shapiro wrote on Twitter, a range of assets found in the decentralized finance market, such as compound C tokens or liquids collective liquid staking tokens, would be highly regulated under this provision, even if they are not under current law. The SEC can still go on the warpath. All they have to do is argue that a token is a transferable share, a profit interest, he warned. The SEC can still, so he said XRP and such will be fine, but DeFi can still be persecuted at will. Actually, the regulators will have expanded authority to do so. And this is what they want to do because why? What is DeFi? DeFi is a threat to the banks, right? DeFi is a threat to the banks. DeFi allows you and me to be a bank. It allows us to control our own money, to make interest off our money, to lend it out, to borrow, to do everything without having the bank and the government involved. They hate that, right? That is why decentralized anything is the best interest of the crypto market, crypto world, and the best interest of you. Okay, so you have to understand this. Why they are coming for DeFi, decentral. Okay, that's big. Now we have news about Caroline Ellison and FTX. It says Caroline Ellison's paid herself $22.5 million bonus around the time she estimated a more than $10 billion cash shortfall to FTX. Laundering money. Alameda Research CEO Caroline Ellison allegedly paid herself millions of dollars in a single bonus payment despite knowing about massive holes in FTX's finances. Months before FTX filed for bankruptcy, she allegedly moved the money between various accounts until it landed in her own. So she was playing shell games and moving money around until it just landed in her own account, huh? Just magically landed in her account. Just moving around, playing shell games and just, okay. Thieves, man. They're all thieves. They think they're smarter than everybody else because they went to these Ivy League schools and MIT and all this other bullshit. They think they're smarter than everybody else. Crypto exchange FTX spectacularly imploded late last year, dragging Alameda Research, its affiliate trading firm, down with it. Alameda itself was losing huge amounts of money thanks to a high-risk bet, with FTX accused of secretly redirecting its users' funds to its sister firm to help plug its losses. Legal proceedings launched in the wake of FTX's downfall have accused its top executives of gross mismanagement, including founder and CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, known as SBF. In December, Ellison herself pleaded guilty to 7 offenses, including wire fraud and money laundering. Shortly after FTX went under, it was reported that she and SBF had been aware of red flags at the crypto exchange 3 months before its collapse. According to a new legal filing, Ellison knew about major holes in FTX's finances 8 months before the firm's cash flow problems were made public. And instead of acting to fix the problem, she made a series of convoluted transactions to pay herself a multi-million-dollar bonus. FTX latest lawsuit against SBF and its top associates, filed on Thursday, alleged that as early as March 2022, Ellison estimated FTX had a cash deficit of more than $10 billion. The estimate, which she kept in her private notes, came just weeks after she transferred $22.5 million from Alameda to her own personal FTX account. On March 29th, she alleged transferred $10 million of that so-called bonus to her personal bank account, using the funds to invest in an unnamed AI safety and research firm. In the lawsuit, the money was labeled misappropriated debtor funds. Lawyers for Ellison were not available for comment when contacted by Fortune. It was also alleged that on a separate occasions, Ellison had misused company funds to give herself other multi-million-dollar bonuses. No bonus could possibly be justified given Ellison's extensive misconduct, the complaint filed on Thursday said. 8 months after the major bonus payment, FTX started voluntary Chapter 11 proceedings in the United States. Crooked, man. Crooked. You notice something? All these people that are getting caught up with all this corruption and all this crooked shit, they all go to Ivy League schools. They're all supposed to be so damn educated. We're supposed to be the peons and the stupid ones, but yet they're doing all these financial crimes and all this stealing and thieving. Like, where are your morals? Where are your values? It's a damn shame. You know, Ivy League thieves is what I call them. Ivy League thieves. Silver spoon thieves. Need to trademark that. SEC appeal. Not a setback for Ripple XRP ruling, crypto lawyer says. The Torres doctrine is the law for at least 2 years, crypto law founder John Deaton writes, and I agree. And Mr. Deaton, shout out to you, because you held it down for us. You represented us XRP holders, and you held it down for us. So shout out to you, sir. If I ever run into you in real life, I will buy you a beer, sir. An appeal for the Securities and Exchange Commission in its case against Ripple Labs does not represent a significant blow to Ripple's recent courtroom victory. According to crypto lawyer John Deaton, and I agree, an appeal is not even close to a setback, Deaton said, pushing back against a claim made on Twitter. Don't let anyone underestimate how significant this win is. Deaton's comments came after federal district judge Annalisa Torres ruled earlier this month that XRP, the token that powers Ripple's payment network, is not necessarily a security on its face, except for instances when it is sold to institutions to raise funds. And that is the sticker point, and that is where they're going to have a hard time appealing, and that is where they're going to get their butts kicked again, okay? Ripple has been engaged in a legal battle with the SEC since 2020, and they have caused a lot of hurt to investors, right? A lot of hurt to people who've held the XRP token. It says when the regulator accused Ripple of raising $1.3 billion in unregistered security offerings. SEC Chair Gary Gensler has said that he is disappointed with the aspects of the decision, which could have far-reaching implications for other tokens facing regulatory heat. Court documents filed by the federal watchdog on Friday in his case against Terraform Labs suggested an appeal in the Ripple case could come soon. Even then, it would take a considerable amount of time for the appeal to work its way through the court system, according to Deaton. It will be 2 years from now before a decision is issued by the second court. Deaton said the Torres decision is law until then. Torres ruled that programmatic sales of XRP to public buyers fell short of fulfilling the Howey test, a methodology used to determine whether an investment contract exists in the sale of an asset, because there wasn't a reasonable expectation of profits to be derived from the entrepreneurial or managerial efforts of others. Public buyers of XRP didn't know they were purchasing the token from Ripple due to the structure of programmatic sales, preventing any expectation of profit from being tied to Ripple's efforts. Torres explained in her decision, it may certainly be the case that many programmatic buyers purchased XRP with an expectation of profit, but they did not derive that expectation from Ripple's efforts. None of the programmatic buyers were aware that they were buying XRP from Ripple. Even if the SEC successfully challenges Torres' application of the Howey test on this front, Deaton explained Torres could still rule the same way when looking at the Howey test. Other factors such as the investment of money and the existence of a common enterprise. That would only present a greater challenge for the SEC. Deaton claimed It's much harder for the SEC to satisfy that common enterprise existent under the Howey test as opposed to an expectation of profit derived from the efforts of others, he said. Guarding House, CEO of Ripple, who called for Torres' ruling an unequivocally win for Ripple and for crypto in the U.S., separately picked at the SEC's attempts to be the lead regulator of digital assets. The SEC created this mess by proclaiming it was the cop on the crypto beat when it had no legal jurisdiction. He tweeted, "We all know legislation, not more regulation by enforcement, is the only way forward to provide clear rules and protect retail." And I agree. Now, for the Twitter news. And we got some of these haters.
Burn is a prominent,
some of the same haters that Mr. Deaton was talking about on Twitter. And you know I'm going to show you those guys. What would it be like if I didn't show you the haters? You know, what would it be like if I did not show you the haters? So I'm going to show you the haters. Because they're hating on the XRP army. They're hating on our victory. They're hating on everything that we have done over the past 2 years. They're mad that we didn't sell. They want our XRP.
Preston Byrne is a prominent crypto lawyer and CoinDesk columnist, and he wrote a piece that was titled Ripple Labs Ruling Throws U.S. Crypto Token Regulation into Disarray. And his take, following on from what Will said there, is that this was very much a split decision. And if you really look at the judgment, on that key question of whether tokens are securities. And if you're expecting regulatory clarity from that, I think you're going to be disappointed. Because on the one hand, it's saying that XRP is an unlawfully sold investment contract when it's sold to VCs or institutional buyers. And the court case found $700 million of that. And on the other hand, it's something else when sold anonymously via cryptocurrency exchanges. And the kind of market action is all on that kind of second point, on that question of vindicating the idea that it can be sold on cryptocurrency exchanges, but other types of sales were very much done down by this ruling. So on the central question of whether XRP is a security or not, it's very contradictory. And Byrne also points out that the judge in the case, Annalisa Torres of the Southern District of New York, some of her statements actually contradicted some other judgments that the court has made on these very same matters.
Now listen to this hater right here.
As Will was just saying, that these rulings aren't really final in the sense of being law or being, the final statements on this, because they're likely to be heavily contested on.
Heavily contested. How the hell are you going to heavily contest it? But guess what? Guess who has the appeal? Judge Susan Netburn. Judge Susan Netburn, she's already said that the SEC has not made it clear of what a security is and what a security isn't when it comes to the cryptocurrency market. Okay? So, what do you think Judge Netburn is going to say on the appeal? She's going to kick the SEC right in the nuts again. Right? Let's finish listening to these hating ass, these haters.
Appeal. And they could well be reversed. So the takeaway here is that, this might be good for prices in the crypto market in the short term, and we all love the XRP army and the kind of passionate fan base that it has. But maybe these buyers are kind of reading the headlines here rather than the whole story. And, the real point here is that, the kind of mixed message that's coming from this single case and a single court.
How is it a mixed message? Programmable cells are not securities. Okay? Everybody say it with me again.
Because it seems
programmable cells are not securities.
When you sold this token XR,
they need to get over it.
It's no substitute for a deliberative lawmaking process in Congress. And ultimately, only Congress can decide on these central questions of securities. And, regulators can't do it and judges can't do it. We really need politicians.
So now regulators can't do it, which I agree, but now the judges can't do it. So every time the SEC goes to the judge, the SEC they can't make rulings or do anything. They have to go to the courts in order to get the ruling to say this is security, this is not, etc., and we're going to fine them, etc., right? But now all of a sudden they lose this damn case, and you got all these fudders and haters and dumbasses right here saying that, a judge now can't decide, they shouldn't be able to decide this and that. Listen to these people, man.
To do their damn job, really.
So that's
Preston
why I
Byrne
say
is a prominent crypto lawyer and CoinDesk columnist.
So it's all over Twitter. Like Weezy says, these people just can't accept it. This guy says Judge Torres contradicted herself and she can't decide whether an asset is a security. Only Congress can do that. These are the dumb motherfuckers that they have on CoinDesk. And these are the dumb motherfuckers who get all the followers that all these people are following. That are leading you down the wrong damn path. They know what XRP is. They know.
Is because it seems
they know exactly what XRP is. They don't want you to have it.
This token XRP,
the more that you have is the less for them.
Institutions with paperwork
don't sell your XRP.
Amounted essentially to a business plan, then it is a security. Although
now,
you could see it as a commodity, a way
news.
to play in the current.
Contrary, Cowboy Crypto, give him a follow. Shout out to Cowboy Crypto. Contrary to defendants' assertions, much of the Ripple ruling supports the SEC claims in this case and rejects arguments defendants have raised here. However, with respect to the programmatic and other sales, the SEC respectively avers that Ripple conflicts with and adds baseless requirements to Howey and its progeny. Respectfully, those portions of Ripple were wrongfully decided, and this court should not follow them. SEC staff is considering the various available avenues for further review and intends to recommend that the SEC seek such review. And this is from the Terraform Labs and Do Kwon versus the SEC. This was their response to Do Kwon's and Terra Luna Classics creators' lawyers when they said that, hey, why y'all coming out to Do Kwon?
The judge was saying
for selling securities. When he didn't do what Ripple did, all his stuff was sold on the open market. So if it's sold on the open market and programming yourselves, then it's not security. So why the hell y'all coming after me? And this was the response of the SEC of the, governmental criminal gang, right? Now I'll pull it up so you guys can see it. It says it right there. Terraform Labs and Do Kwon versus Security and Exchange, United States District, Southern District of New York. And that right there, contrary to the defendant's assertion. So they're saying, contrary to what Do Kwon's lawyers are saying, much of the Ripple ruling supports the SEC claims. Bullshit. If it's sold on the secondary market in the exchanges, it's not a security. So they're going to keep on trying to play this. They're going to try to play it as a win, even though they got their ass kicked, okay? So just keep that in mind, y'all. So when you listen to the SEC this, and when you hear these people saying that Ripple didn't, well, technically Ripple didn't win. Technically, Ripple, if institutional sales work securities, tell them to kick rocks. Alright, tell them to kick rocks. Next up, Sam Bankman-Fried sued by FTX for $1 billion. Will he get it, y'all? What y'all think? Y'all think he gonna get the $1 billion or no? Yeah, they ain't gonna get it. I think he's bankrupt now. I don't think he has no fucking money. All the lawyers he's paying and everything that he's got taken away from his ass, I don't think he'll be able to pay that. I think this is just nothing for just headlines and headline-worthy, newsworthy. Shout out to Altcoin Daily. Next up, we got a well chart. Says Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says the SEC has no authority to regulate cryptocurrencies. And I love that Brad Garlinghouse is rubbing this shit in every day. He's rubbing it in. I'll rub it in too. God damn it. You wasted 2 fucking years of our time. I'm going to rub this shit in as much as I can. I'm behind you, Brad. No authority. No suit for you. Well, chart also posts U.S. banks are increasingly closing customers' accounts and freezing withdrawals without warning. Anybody out there in the Hangout gang had their accounts freeze, or their bank, or closed or whatnot? If you have, comment below. Let us know. Like I said, just Twitter news. I'm interested to know if anybody in the real world has actually had that. So we'll see. He says, world chart is the worst for the counter crypto. So we'll see what it says. highly doubt that is true, but I still wanted to bring it to you anyway. Next up, we have Mr. Dell Crypto, one of the highly respected people in the crypto Twitter space. We do put up some of his Twitter spaces. I highly suggest you go and check those out, and you will find some alpha in there. Okay. Now, says this month, Ford Motor Company secured a $9 billion loan from the U.S. government. And why does he mention this? What does it matter? Well, the last time they secured such a loan was, what was it, a year or a year and a half or a couple of months before the COVID crisis? I mention this because last time they did this was before the 2008 recession, $23 billion, and it allowed them to be the only major U.S. car manufacturer that did not need a bailout. Pay attention. So they secured a $9 billion loan. So what does that tell you? Something's going to happen soon. Something is going to happen soon. If you're in my group, if you've been paying attention to the videos and been paying attention to the lives, then you know that, when the Fed Now went live yesterday, and this week's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on, what happens with all that, if it works. And the next couple of weeks and months, we're going to see exactly what, if it's going to be calamity or whatnot's going to come down, with it. So just keep that in mind as well. Now, we have the man himself, Mr. Deaton, Mr. John E. Deaton, right? Because there's a lot of fucking FUD on crypto Twitter. People hating because they didn't buy XRP over the last 2 years. And now they're having to buy XRP at 91 cents and 80 something cents and 70 something cents instead of buying it at 20 cents and 30 cents and 40 cents now. So now they're pushing the fucking FUD. All right. Yeah, call them FF FUD fuckers. That's what I'm going to call them. FUD fuckers. You're a FUD fucker, man. Quit FUDing XRP. All right. So what Mr. Deaton says an appeal is not even close to be a setback. First, it would be 2 years from now before a decision is issued by the Second Circuit if it's appealed at all. But we just read earlier that it will be appealed. So that's a nothing burger right there. So they're going to appeal it. But either way it goes, it's not even going to, they're going to lose. They're going to lose, fall flat on their face. But the Torres decision is the law until then, at least in the Second Circuit. Second, even if the Second Circuit says Torres is wrong regarding her application of the third Howey factor, which I predict they won't, and he's 2-0 right now, because he said XRP was not a security and XRP was going to kick their ass in the court case, and he did. That doesn't mean the SEC wins on programmatic sales on exchanges. All that happens is that Torres, when applies the other two factors, could likely still rule the same exact way, concluding the SEC didn't satisfy the common enterprise factor, which is a more difficult factor to meet, in my opinion, than the third factor. Don't let anyone underestimate how significant this win is for XRP and XRP holders and Ripple and the XRP army. And he goes down here to say, let him be more precise. I'm not suggesting that Judge Torres' decision is binding within the SDNY. A fellow district judge could disagree with her, but I think a fellow judge in the Second Circuit is going to be hard-pressed to disagree with Judge Torres, especially considering she cited Judge Castile from Telegram. After reading the Coinbase transcript, we can see it's already playing out that way. So, yeah. They're not going to win the appeal. They can appeal all the fuck they want to. They're not going to win. They're going to look stupid. Now, big news is NFT space. We got major brand Gucci. Gucci's about to begin rewarding NFT holders with physical pieces. And here's, Mr. Crypto Kermit, he broke it down for us real quick. So let's go ahead and break that down real quick. Now, they are not releasing any new NFTs. These are NFTs that they have already minted and have already collaborated with. They're just now making those physical copies of what they minted, and they will give those to those people who own those NFTs. Okay? But this is the power of NFTs. If you're not in NFTs, I will leave a link down below to our NFT alpha, because you're missing out on passive income.
Because it
you're
seems
missing out
as though
on
the judge was saying
just making profit
when
in
you
general.
sold this
Okay, you're missing out on community,
token
missing out on
XRP
vibe,
to
but the most important thing, you're missing out on
institutions
passive
with
income
paperwork
and the perks. Okay,
that amounted
there are certain
essentially
entities
to
that
a
will pay
business
you weekly,
plan,
some pay you
then
monthly,
it
some
is
pay
a
you quarterly,
security,
and those
although
can
you
add
see
up.
it as a
Okay, and if
commodity,
you don't want to do the
play
research,
in the
then I suggest
currency
you click
of
the link
your
below. That's in the
own
description
blockchain, native
for our
blockchain.
NFT
How
alpha
do
on
you
our
react?
Patreon. Join that Patreon. It's $50 a month,
Well, like,
and you will
back
get
up for a
all the
second.
NFT
The
alpha. I
SEC
will
brought
tell you
3
exactly what
lawsuits. They brought a
NFTs
lawsuit
to
against
get.
Chris
They pay you
Larson, the
weekly. They will
co-founder
pay
of
you
Ripple. They
monthly,
brought a
and will
lawsuit
pay you
against me,
quarterly, so
and they
that
brought
you
a
don't
lawsuit
have to
against
waste your
Ripple.
time
They
going
lost
through
the
and
lawsuit
digging
against
and
Chris
doing the
Larson.
research
They
because
lost
I've
the
already
lawsuit
done it for
against
you.
me personally.
All right.
And
Now
Ripple
back to the Gucci NFTs. It says Gucci plans to reward its NFT holders with unique physical products such as a wallet or bag, unavailable for purchase by other customers. So these are exclusive items, right? Exclusive NFTs coming from Gucci that nobody else can get and nobody else can buy. They're not even going to make a whole lot of these. And the only way you can get them is by if you already have the NFT. This move represents the latest evolution in luxury brand NFT strategies, acknowledging and rewarding early investors. And right here you have the limited edition physical Gucci Vault material, 10KF. Now what they are doing, they're following the path of Nike because Nike has the RTFK, whatever the fuck it is. They have that, okay? So where you can buy NFT of Nikes where they drop, of Air Force Ones, of Jordans, of Dunks, and you can redeem those for the physical shoe, right? So this is where the NFT space is going. This is why I tell everybody in my group, if you're a part of my group, that you need to pay the $50 and get into the damn NFT group and get into the NFT game. Because there's so many things that you can do with this NFT stuff, man. You can be a bank, you can borrow, you can lend, you can do all kind of stuff, make passive income, or you can just collect, or you can just buy and hold until the price runs up and then sell. Whatever you want to do. There's so many things you can do with this stuff, okay? Now, it says the pieces are only available to those who own a Gucci Vault material NFT. An NFT distributed to holders of the Gucci Grail NFTs exactly a year ago. So a year later, they came out with this. Imagine people who didn't sold, flip, and all this other kind of crap, right? Right. The Gucci Grail NFTs are a unique profile pic collection dressed in digital Gucci, created through a partnership with 10KTF. So what's the price floor of that NFT? Price floor is 0.44 Ether. It's not even a whole damn Ether. So 0.44 is probably like probably $400, $400 or $500, something like that. 10KTF is centered around Wag Me Son, a fictional digital tailor. NFT holders like Bored Ape Yacht Club, CryptoPunks, World of Women were able to pay to dress their avatars in exclusive Gucci pieces: a red jacket with black riding helmet and a tropical yellow button down with cowboy hat. And as you can see, these are the pieces right here. Red jacket, black riding helmet, etc., cowboy hats, etc. The pieces. Gucci material NFTs purpose remained a mystery when they were airdropped to Gucci Grail NFT holders last year. Web3 communities expected the airdrop to yield future perks, which explains the $600 valuation on OpenSea even before its meaning was even known. Right? So okay, $600. So 0.29 600. So that's right at $1,000, right? Right now the price for the other one. Gucci shared image teasers of the offered physical items recently with Vogue Business. The 2,896 material NFTs distributed to the community showcase unique design details like the iconic interlocking G pattern and red and green stripes. NFT owners will soon be able to trade in their material NFTs for one of the two items at no extra cost. Once the transaction is complete, the required NFT gets burned. This is not the first time a luxury brand offers exclusive physical goods to NFT holders. What's so unique then? It's free, rewarding early investors over a year later. A pleasant surprise amid reduced NFT hype and crypto value. Gucci's Web3 journey shows how trends can change rapidly. They've come a long way from their debut 25K art film, auctioned by Christie's in June 2021, to now connecting exclusive goods with NFTs. Long-term strategies emphasize community perks and loyalty. And Dior did the same thing. It says Dior recently unveiled limited edition sneaker NFTs. Louis Vuitton introduced digital trunk NFTs, allowing exclusive additional item purchases. Gucci had prior collaborations, ceramic artwork NFTs with super plastic and Coda pendant necklaces with other side. The fashion industry's rapid adoption of NFT technology shows no sign of stopping. Despite market turbulence, luxury brands continue to join and invest in the space, showcasing unwavering determination. The future is exciting for Web3 fashion. And I agree. We ourselves are working on some things that are coming along with the Web3 fashion as well. Some products. Once we get our patent going, then what we come up with will revolutionize the NFT space along with the fashion and space as well. Just little hint: say goodbye to whitelist, say goodbye to grinding in discords. These little hints. All right, next up we have Stellar. Stellar's been making a lot of noise lately. Stellar moves along with XRP, just so you guys know. If you have XRP, you need to have Stellar, you need to have Ecstasy, you need to have Quant, and a few other things, okay? Because they all run hand in hand. So we have Stellar, we have Minus Well here. He says, since Stellar is averaging 5x more transactions per second than XRPL, is it safe to assume that Jed has created a bigger ecosystem? Interesting. Is it possible that XLM is the standard? What's going on here? Now, this is interesting because me and the real estate friend buddy of mine, we had a conversation about this last week about XLM. And this is absolutely true about what he's saying. It does have 5 times more transactions than XRP. It is being used by MoneyGram. It is being used for remittance payments, for cross-border remittance payments, to send money via MoneyGram, etc. I think that XRP is for the banks. We all know that. We know that's a $10,000 coin. But I think XLM and Stellar is going to surprise a lot of people. It's going to make a lot of people, multi-millionaires. And when I say multi-millionaires, I mean like in the 3 digits, like 100 million, 200 million, something like that. So that's something that you might want to look into. It's a damn good coin to have, especially if you hold an XRP. If you hold an XRP, it's something that you want to hold. Now, we covered this earlier. Carpe and Senseto Somosaba actually posted this as well. It says Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act. And this is what they were saying right here as far as that earlier in that article we read earlier in the show, where it's talking about XRP did not violate security laws. So now they're coming up with new bills to pass and to try to move through Congress to try to address the DeFi aspect of the crypto space, okay? Because the other aspect fell flat on its head, so now they want to address the DeFi aspect of it, right? It goes down here and says the crypto industry wants clarity, and our collaborative bill gives both the CFTC and SEC a seat at the table, which the SEC needs to go on somewhere and kick rocks, open-toed sandals. Our bill establishes clear principles to ensure financial security and certainty as digital asset developers continue to innovate. Rep. Dusty Johnson. Okay? That is the House Committee on Agriculture. Then right here, so just so you people could know and understand the effects of that case and what Ripple is going to do. And I probably didn't transition
because
back
it
over
seems
to that.
as though the judge was saying.
Put that over here. Now this is the flow of Ripple, right? You see this XRP? See all these central banks? Boom, central bank, central bank, central bank, central bank. If you think they didn't plan to release this video on the same day as the launch of FedNow, I got an igloo in Florida to sell you. Cross-border payments is ready. Ripple released this video on their website. The future of money is digital. So for all you to keep asking me that's tuned in right now, XRP ran up. Is XRP still good buy? Let me slap you in the back of the head. As long as XRP is under $5, it is a good buy. Okay? It's a good buy. That's my opinion. Because I will. I will stop buying XRP when it hits $5. Okay? Wheezy. And this is what he posted there. We already checked this out. So before we head out, let's look at the crypto bubbles and see if the market's turned or if anything made a move. And as you can see, they're still red. So nothing is too much moving as of now. So thank you guys for tuning in on the Sunday Hangout. They do this every Sunday. 8 o'clock, 8:05 is when we go live. And then we have the 15-minute intro, and then we dive right on into it. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you for being on the live, for hitting that like button, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And be on the lookout for the Coin Hunters videos that'll be dropping this week, and the Twitter Spaces that'll be dropping this week. We have a lot of information that'll be coming. As always, like you said, we scour the internet to bring you the latest and hottest in the Twitter news and crypto news in general. You know, we want to be the first one to bring you the news. And there's a lot of alpha on Twitter, and you guys are sleeping on that. So don't sleep on that. As always, check out the community tab, and make sure that you hit that bell notification. Hit the bell notification and subscribe to the channel, and check out all our videos that we have going. Okay. All right. So until next Sunday, I will see you guys.